this video, I want to show you that the SAT tries to trick you on some of the math problems. There are ways to solve some of the math problems quickly, but you have to spot the shortcut. Let's take a look at what I mean. So in this problem it says, what, 6x plus 2 equals 20. So if you weren't really paying attention, you would just solve this normally, by isolating the x. And I have 6x plus 2 equals 20. And I would subtract 2 from both sides. Gives me 6x equals 18. Then divide both sides by 6. And that gives me x equals 3. Then I would plug that into 3x plus 1. 3 times 3 plus 1. Give me 9 plus 1, or 10. So going through all those steps, took some time in solving it. But if you're paying attention, you notice that 3x plus 1, if I divide 6x plus 2 divided by 2, that'll give me the equation right away. So if I divide that by 2, this by 2, everything by 2, that'll give me 3x plus 1 equals 10. So I solved that right away. I just came up with the equation that they wanted, 3x plus 1, and that's already equal to 10, so there's your answer. So the equation itself was right in front of you. All you had to do is divide the equation by 2. So this next one reads, if 2w plus 7t equals 25 and 4w plus 3t equals 17, what is the value of 3w plus 5t? So if you weren't paying attention, you would just think this is just a system of equations that you need to solve. 2w plus 7t equals 25 and 4w plus 3t equals 17. So you know how to solve system of equations. So let me just write it out here. 2w plus 7t equals 25 and 4w plus 3t equals 17. So with a system of equations, I can do the addition method. I got 2w and 4w. I can multiply the top one by negative 2 to make it negative 4w plus 4w equals 0. So I'm just going to multiply this top equation by negative 2. That's going to give me negative 4w minus 14t. I'm going to multiply everything by negative 2 equals negative 50. And just bring down the second equation, 4w plus 3t equals 17. I'm going to add the columns together, give me 0 here. Negative 11t equal to negative 33. So it reduces to negative 11t equals negative 33. Then I would divide both sides by negative 11. And t would equal 3. Then I would take one of those equations and plug in t equals 3. So that would be 4w plus 3 times 3 equals 17. So 4w plus 9 equals 17. Subtract 9 from both sides. And that gives me 8. Then from there, to get w by itself, divide both sides by 4. So w equals 2. Then I'll take my 3w plus 5t, plug in my t and w values. So 3 times 2 plus 5 times 3. That gives me 6 plus 15, or 21. But if you look a little closer, before solving it, you look at the two equations. 2w plus 7t equals 25. And 4w plus 3t equals 17. So if I were just to add them together just the way they are, that'll give me 6w plus 10t equal 42. If I notice that versus the 3w plus 5t, that's just 2 times as much there. 6 is 2 times 3, and 10 is 2 times 5. So really, if I just divide everything by 2, that would give me the 3w plus 5t equals 21. And that's exactly what they're looking for. What was 3w plus 5t equal to? So here, I just needed to add them together, divide by 2, that gave me that answer right away. Versus going through all these steps to solve the system of equations to figure out what y and t were separately, equal to. Look at how much time I save by doing this second method versus this first one. So in this one we have the quantity ax plus 2 times the quantity 7x squared minus bx plus 3 is equal to 14x to the third plus 8x squared plus 6. The equation above is true for all x where a and b are constants. What is the value of ab? So remember, when the letters next to each other, that means multiplication, a times b. So if you weren't paying attention, you would just multiply out this left-hand side. So that'll give me 7a x squared. And then ax times bx would be negative ab x squared. Sorry, this first one is x to the third power. 7a x to the third minus ab x squared plus 3ax. Okay, and then I'm going to take the 2 and multiply by each term inside. 2 times 7x gives you 14x squared. So 14x squared, I'll just put it under the other x squared. 2 times negative bx is negative 2bx. So negative 2bx. And then 2 times 3 is 6. If I combine those, give me 7a x to the third minus ab x squared plus 14x squared plus 3ax minus 2bx plus 6. Now if I compare this to what they give us, the 14x to the third, so I know I only got one x to the third term, and that needs to equal 14, the coefficient. So I got 7a, so it kind of gives me that a, so a must equal 2 to give me the 14. Alright, so that's part of the solution. We got a, you need a and b, so we got a so far. And there was supposed to be an x here, minus 2bx. Now if we look at the x terms, 3ax minus 2bx, it's going to factor out the x. I'm left with 3a minus 2b. So if I look up here, my x, I don't have an x term up here, so the coefficient is 0. So basically 3a minus 2b has to equal 0. And I know a is 2, so 3 times 2 minus 2b equals 0, or 6 minus 2b equals 0. I'm just right over here. 6 minus 2b equals 0. And I will subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 2b equal negative 6. Divide by negative 2. And b equals 3. So I know a equals 2, b equals 3, so this 2 times 3 will give me 6. Now, so this took a long time, right? Now if I were to look at the x squared terms here, I have ab together, so negative ab x squared plus 14 x squared, so negative b x squared plus 14 x squared. Now look at my x squared term up here, 8x squared, so I need to equal 8x squared. If I factor out the x squared, I'm left with negative ab plus 14. So basically negative ab plus 14 needs to equal 8. So if I subtract 14, I get negative ab equals negative 6. And I need to know the positive, so I just divide by negative 1. So AB equals 6. So that was a lot quicker than going through the other method. So we've seen in some of these problems where the equation is basically already there for you. You don't need to solve for the individual letters. Here we saw, again, we don't need to solve for A and B separately. We need to solve for A times B. And that happened in our x squared coefficient. So we just use the x squared coefficients, set that to the 8x squared we got on the right hand side, and we solve for AB directly and got 6. So hopefully in this video I'll show you some shortcuts on how to solve some of these problems. So next time you see an SAT problem, see if there's a simpler way to solve the problem. So the question asks you for, what's the value of 3x plus 2 or AB or A minus B. See if you can rearrange the problem itself into that form so you have the answer right away.